Hello and welcome to this episode of Our Road to Camelot. This episode we're going to finally get in and find out what exactly was wrong with our heater right after this. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into it. First of all, understand a little bit about how your heater system works in an RV. What was happening for us is we heard the fan running, there was airflow, but the airflow was cold. We would set the temperature, we'd get some cold air blowing through for a moment, and then the whole system would shut down. I wasn't sure exactly what it was at first. As you saw in that episode, I opened it up, I flipped a reset switch, I jiggled some wires, and lo and behold, it started up again, and I thought I was brilliant having fixed it. Well, then another night later, it shut off in the middle of the night again, same thing, airflow, cold air, no heat, it was shut down. So I did some research, and I found a little bit about how the heater actually works. So basically what happens is when you set that thermostat to a temperature, obviously if your room is colder than that, it's going to kick on. The first thing it does is the fan starts blowing. That's what you hear. Now if you don't hear a fan blow, then what I'm about to tell you is not what's wrong with your heater. This is only if you hear the fan blowing, cold air. This is how you're going to fix that one. That is probably the most common problem that heaters have. So what happens is that fan starts blowing, it will blow out any excess combustibles that are in the chamber, and in about 30 seconds what happens, there's this little switch in there called a sail fan, S-A-I-L, or sail switch, S-A-I-L-S-W-I-T-C-H, right, sail switch, and if there is sufficient airflow, the sail switch will close or make connection and then allow the heater to go ahead and kick on as far as lighting the furnace part, lighting the gas and then blowing that air through. If the sail switch does not make connection, the heater believes that there's not sufficient airflow, and if it was to light the furnace, it could cause a fire. So it's basically a safety measure, just alerting the system there's plenty of airflow. So what we discovered was something is interfering with the sail switch because there was plenty of airflow. So what could possibly go wrong in the sail switch? Well, a number of things. One, it could be a faulty switch. If it's a faulty switch, simple replacement, it's about a $24 part, and it's just a couple of wires that connects and we're good to go. The other thing is that if you have pets, as you know, we have 2 Siberian Huskies, dust and fur and junk can get in there and interfere with that switch being able to turn on. So we're going to go over to the other side of the RV right now, and we are going to go ahead and take a look at the furnace and the different elements of the furnace, and also see the sail switch. We'll go ahead and open it up and you'll see right where that is, so you know what to look for and you know what to test if you were to have the same problem. So let's go ahead and get to that right now. Okay, if you're fortunate to have an entire panel with your heater vent coming out of it, you're pretty lucky. A lot of rigs do have this now. Older rigs, you might only have this piece here sticking out. If this is all you see, you're going to have to find access to the heater from inside. So in this case, I can pull this whole panel off and we're going to be able to have full access to the heater. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so this is the basic heating unit. We have a reset button, and this is what I thought was the problem, and it wasn't. Basic circuit board. And this piece right here, this, behind this plate, is the sail switch. We have 2 wires that are going into the sail switch. So this is the sail switch. As you see now, it is clean. I basically blew it out, but when the air flows through, it pushes this up and makes connection down here in this section right here. So that's what was happening. It was all covered up in fur and dust, and it was not allowing the switch to make contact and close. So it's a matter of just pulling this piece out, cleaning it out, blowing it out with some canned air, and that's all it took to basically solve the issue. Let's go ahead and put it back together. All right, so simple enough. That's really it for this video. Make sure that you keep all that area cleaned out, free from fur, all your intakes are clear, and you should actually be able to keep your heater running long and healthy. So that will be it for this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Also, if you want to know when we post again, hit the notification bell. It'll let you know every time we post, which happens to be Sundays at 2 o'clock. So that is it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Safe travels.